We got an exciting episode. We're going to be talking about this plant right here in the arum family. The right? Cut, double cut. Aglaonema. Hello everyone, I want to welcome you back to Garden Fever. I'm Corey Lefevre, your host, coming to you direct from northern Utah in the United States. So today we got a great episode. We're going to be talking about this plant right here in the arum family, the Aglaonema. Now this is a common house plant. It's often touted as being one of the easiest for beginners, and I do agree with that. This is an incredibly easy plant to grow. I think it's debatable whether it beats the mother-in-law's tongue, pothos, and the spider plant. But it is incredibly easy. Now I bought this off of the clearance rack, and I always recommend people doing that. And I don't know, maybe I've been doing plants and gardening long enough that it's really easy for me. But I find if you just buy them off the clearance rack, get them at a way cheap price, and then just give them a little love, you can nurse them right back to life. It makes it a lot easier and cheaper. This is an easy plant to grow. It comes in a lot of varieties. I've heard 42, I've heard 46, I've even seen one website that toted over 120. So there's a lot of varieties. We'll talk about this plant here. Let's get into the details and I'll give you the lowdown on how to grow this thing. It's a beautiful plant. It's often called the Chinese evergreen. What makes it so wonderful is it's got a great green color with lots of red and pinks. And throughout the varieties, some of them are even totally pink. So there's a lot of different varieties. Let's get into it and let's teach you how to grow this plant. The Aglaonema has a pH balance soil bullseye of 5.5 to 6.5. However, it is forgiving. As far as the lighting goes, you want bright indirect light. It's a jungle plant, tropical, that when it comes to watering, it likes moist, well-drained soil. Overwatering it tends to be what kills it the most. Most people make this mistake with overwatering. How you can tell is you can stick your finger up to the knuckle, and if you feel it completely dry, go ahead and water it through. If there's any kind of moisture, just let it sit. Put it next to a bright window, but not direct sunlight. You'll burn the leaves if it has sunlight on it for too long of a time, but it does like it kind of bright. It can tolerate low light, but you want it to be as bright as possible, but not direct. This is a tropical plant, and it's native to Asia and New Guinea. The grow zones are actually 10 to 12 for it to grow it outside. Tropical plant. If you don't live in those zones, you're going to be growing this indoors. The flower color is generally white. But like I said, there's a lot of different varieties. The clean air study showed that this plant is actually beneficial for your air quality in your house. It releases formaldehyde and benzenes. It's not typically eaten though. This is more for air filtering and the aesthetic beauty of it. Something about the reds within greens. We typically think of plants and we think of green. Having red is very interesting and makes it very beautiful for your home. What makes this plant so good is it's so easy to care for. Basically just find a kind of bright corner of your house, an accent, and just water it once the soil becomes dry, and maybe give it a fertilizer once a year. And it's very forgiving to new people when they grow this plant. It's very beautiful. If it gets too cold, it doesn't handle cold very well. About 59 degrees and below, you're gonna start getting chill damage from it. Now there are a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of information on the web. This is a common house plant. Nothing exotic about it. It's mostly known because of how easy it is to grow. This is a great plant for beginners. But I haven't done a YouTube video on this for my channel, so I thought I'd throw my information out there and get it to you. Typically you don't have to prune this plant much, but the occasional clip of yellowing leaves or dead leaves or branches or brown branches is optimal to provide light for the rest of the plant that's healthy. Pests for this plant include spider mites, mealybugs, and aphids. That's typically. If you're growing it indoors, you're probably not going to have too big of a problem. If you do, just hit it with an environmentally friendly soap bath and spray some neem oil on it. The leaves take the neem oil really good and give them a good shine. During the growing season's the best time to propagate this. You do it through stem cuttings. It's not that complicated. You can put it directly into the soil if you do use a rooting hormone. If not, just stick it in water till you have some roots and then plant it in there, and it's real easy to propagate. All right, with that, I want to thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I hope that helps, and it helps you have a thriving plant. I know if you're here, you must love plants as much as I do. And with that, let's make this world a paradise, one garden at a time. Till next time.